So there's a teacher that's, going to come out and speak about the literacy rates and how they look at certain testing by the 3rd and 4th grade to know how many jails to put up or to build in the United States in a particular area. Let's go ahead and roll that.
It's no secret that cities and states use 3rd and 4th grade math and reading scores to determine just how many jails and prisons that they will need in a certain area. But have you ever asked yourself just how they are able to determine and predict future incarcerations just from some test scores? Hold on, I'm finna tell you. They are using something that is known as the Matthew effect. What is the Matthew effect? The Matthew effect states that if your child does not learn certain key fundamental skills by the 3rd grade, then chances are they will never learn them, and the gaps that they have will continue to grow. According to statistics, illiteracy leads to higher crime rates, and higher crime rates leads to higher incarceration. So if they take those test scores within the area of the 3rd and 4th grade and they see that they are low in reading and low in math, well, then that tells the state, that tells the city that more prisons and more jails need to go up because these 3rd and 4th graders statistically will be illiterate, which means higher crime, which means higher incarceration.
Not only what this sister's saying is true, but the state and the cities purposely miseducate, purposely allow Black children to miss certain things, try to criminalize them early to put them out of school, don't have the best teachers, etc., creating the need for prisons. So when they get to the 3rd and 4th grade, they miss out on so much. They're not teaching the right thing for them to even learn enough. So that's why you call it a school to prison pipeline, because you do have some kids who are illiterate. They can't really read at all. And instead of us saying that is a failure of the public school system in America, why are we throwing all this money into public school? And yet we got kids who can't read, kids who can't do math, right? Why are we spending all this money? Because people have to understand the prison industrial complex is a business. It's a business that's making a lot of people a lot of money. And do you really think they want to shut that industry down in America? Because that's a lot of money that will be taken out of the economy. Like I said, every part of America is some sort of business. It's wicked. It is complete wickedness. Private prisons, they have to guarantee them 90% occupancy. How are they going to do that? Well, this sister's telling you how they're going to do it. They're going to make sure that the next generation of inmates is illiterate. And if they're illiterate, they can't get jobs. You can't get a job, you can't eat. What you going to do? Commit crime. Eventually, they're going to get caught for these crimes, and then they're going to be put in prison. So it's a continuous system, and the government, whether it's the city government, county, state, or federal, they all involved with it, all of them. You can't keep a prison industrial complex unless it's supported by the government. Period. A lot of our kids are doomed to fail. This is why I'm not an advocate of public school system at all. I'm not an advocate, and I'm not talking about the rich areas. They got these great public schools that almost run like a private school. I'm not talking about that. I'm more of a person that we need more private schools in America. And just like I do agree with some of the folks here in Texas that we should get school vouchers to pay for our kids to go to private institutions, instead of that money going to, like for instance, my child don't go to a public school. It would be great to get a state funding and help pay that tuition I have to pay. It'd be great. That's something I highly support and I would vote for in the state of Texas. Now, Democrats, of course, they don't want that. They want your children to stay in those public schools, not learning anything, versus you taking funds that can be given to you by the state to help you pay for private education for your child. I support that 2,000%. Please sign. If that's on the ballot here in Texas, I'm going to vote for it. Democrats are always trying to keep our kids in the system. They don't care about our kids. When you want black children to get a better education, because public schools, they're not paying the teachers. They're not paying them. Many teachers are leaving every day. You know what I'm saying? So what is the point? No, just let them go to private school and where they get the help that they need. Or, you know what I'm saying? Or they can afford to put their kids in a tutoring and different things like that. Because they do not care about black children. And they want to make sure that black children end up with a Department of Corrections number. And the only way they're going to do that is by keeping them illiterate, keeping them ignorant. That's the only way, because a child who's smart, well, he or she is not going to get involved in no crime because they're smart, right? They think a little different. They know how to make some money legally, but they don't have to go out there and do anything illegal. But it's just interesting how this system already setting up the next generation of inmates. It's complete wickedness.